Welcome to the Food Preservation Series, a collaborative project between Little Priest Tribal College Extension and Nebraska Extension. My name is Cindy Bryson, Extension Educator in Food and Nutrition with the University of Nebraska-Lincoln. Produce tastes incredible fresh out of the garden. Canning produce at the peak of its flavor and nutrition will keep you enjoying your bounty all year long. Ensuring safe, high-quality canned food starts with preparation.
As you prepare for your canning session, keep these tips in mind. First, gather all your canning supplies and research-based recipes. Inspect your canning jars for chips, cracks, and defects. Put aside any that are not suitable and recycle. Check your supply of flat canning lids. Make sure you have new lids that are the correct size depending upon what type of jars you have, whether they are regular or wide mouth. Check your rings to make sure they are not rusty or bent. If you have an enamel water bath canner, check it for dings and chips that may cause problems. Check your rack to ensure that it's still intact and will be able to handle the weight of jars filled with product. Check expiration dates and freshness on all of your preserving ingredients, like pectin, pickling spices, citric acid, etc. Discard outdated items or spices and replace with fresh ones. Gather your canning tools. This might include funnels, a jar lifter, a cherry pitter, a thermometer, a cooling rack or towels, a timer, or other favorite tools. Once you have all of your canning supplies gathered, it's time to get ready to can. Wash your hands and all of your food preparation surfaces first. Use fresh ingredients for preservation. Do not use older or damaged produce. Follow a research-based recipe and read it all the way through before beginning. You can find research-based recipes at the National Center for Home Food Preservation, food.unl.edu, or most extension office websites. Make sure you adjust your recipe preservation time based on your elevation. Prepare your ingredients based on your recipe. Before you start preparing your food, place the canner rack in the bottom of your boiling water canner. Fill the canner half full with clean, warm water for a canner load of pint jars. For other sizes and numbers of jars, you will need to adjust the amount of water so it will be 1 to 2 inches over the top of the filled jars. Raw packing is the practice of filling jars tightly with freshly prepared but unheated food. Hot packing is the practice of heating freshly prepared food to boiling, simmering it 2 to 5 minutes, and then promptly filling jars loosely with the boiled food. On an electric range, the canner should be no more than 4 inches wider than the element on which it is to be heated to ensure uniform processing. Center the canner so not more than 2 inches extend beyond the burner on any side. You can begin preparing food for your jars while this water is preheating. Load filled jars, fitted with lids and ring bands, into the canner one at a time using a jar lifter. When moving the jars with a jar lifter, make sure it is securely positioned below the neck of the jar. That means below the ring band of the lid. Keep the jar upright at all times. Tilting the jar could cause food to spill into the sealing area of the lid. If you have a shaped wire rack that has handles to hold it on the canner sides above the water in the canner, you can load jars onto the rack in the raised position and then use the handles to lower or raise the rack with jars into the water. You should have a small pan of heated water on the stove at the same time in case you need to add more water to your canner. After loading the canner with filled jars, add more boiling water if needed so the water level is at least 1 inch above the jar tops. Pour the water around the jars and not directly onto them. For process times over 30 minutes, the water level should be at least 2 inches above the jar.
If you have questions on home food preservation methods, contact your local Nebraska Extension office or check online at food.unl.edu.